Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. My name is Soil. Today I want to show you the process of making this animation. Let's see. Alright, first things first, we start by marking the boundary of the area where we want to shoot our stop motion. Then we use two stones to create the snake. Next, we adjust the camera until we find the perfect frame and focus on the snake. Now, here's what we do. We place a bait within the game area wave setup so our leader snake can move toward it. Here's an important tip. To make our video feel like the classic snake game, we remove the bait and the tail stone every other frame. This creates that nostalgic game vibe. Pay attention. When removing the bait every other frame, it's super important to keep the exact position of the stone clear. This ensures the blinking effect looks smooth and precise. Now, we move the snake frame by frame toward the bit, each time by the length of the stone representing the snake's head. While the snake moves closer, make sure to shoot each frame, removing the bits in one frame and the tail stone in the next alternately. Continue animating the snake's approach until the head comes into contact with the bait. There's another key point. We continue animating the snake's approach until its head comes into contact with the bait. And in the next frame, the snake's head should occupy the exact spot where the bait was, starting the next phase by placing a new bit in its next position. Some of you might wonder, why didn't the snake grow immediately after eating the bait? As I mentioned earlier, since the tail stone is photographed every other frame, the snake essentially keeps its original length. The growth only becomes visible once the bit appears at the end of the snake's body. A snake keeps moving straight ahead until its head aligns with the next bit. Once the head aligns with the beat, the snake changes direction at a 90-degree angle toward the beat, just like in the classic snake game. Remember, the same process we did for the headstone applies to every single stone along the snake's body until the entire snake aligns in one direction. Check your photos every now and then. Here I noticed the spacing between the stones was a bit too much, and at 15 frames per second, the movement looked way too fast, so we dropped the frame rate from 15 to 10 FPS to make the motion smoother and more natural. Let me share some super important tips. When making stop motion in this style, watch out for environmental factors like lighting. The sun's movement, clouds, and wind can all affect your lighting. If you look closely at this video, you'll notice the light gradually increasing. That's because we started filming at sunrise and continued until around 10 a.m. Naturally, the light intensity changed, and some passing clouds also played a role. I will show you the second environment factor, which is really mind-bending, visually in the rest of video. Look closely, you can see our footprints left in the sand. This actually adds authenticity to the stop motion, just like the fingerprints you often see in Aardman clay animation. Here it is. That's the second thing that really messes with your head when living creature like a two-legged human wander into the filming frame. It totally throws off the animator's focus, but hey, just laugh it off and move on. What's done is done. time for a little challenge. To spice things up, we'll make the animation more complex by changing the snake's direction multiple times. We now have several 90-degree angles along the snake's stone body. Makes the animation much more engaging, just like the classic snake game, where the snakes only turn at 90-degree angles. Forget it, another person just walked into our frame. This time, it's a boulder by the sea getting cleaned up. And it's the same careless people causing ocean pollution. And we start removing the stones, first 2 by 2, then 1 by 1 in each frame, until there is nothing left. And that's it, we're done.